Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're filming a dorm review of Yonsei University. Well, yes, we're in Songdo and this is where like all the international students and also all the current Yonsei students go first for the first year. So if you're an actual Yonsei student, you're gonna stay in this dorm. So we're gonna do a little dorm review to see how it is. As you guys can see, I have around of me a lot of stuff because I'm moving again. So yeah, so that's why we're doing this dorm tour because the dorm is empty. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so to enter dorms, we need the Yonsei ID, and then you put it there, and you open the door, and this is the dorm. Yay, that's very fun. So first of all, we have the shoe space. We put our shoes. We got the key card thingy, so you put your key card here, and it will give power to the whole dorm. If it's without it, nothing will work. There's no light, no electricity, nothing. This is the shoe closet. It's very big. It's meant to fit 3 people's stuff. So yeah, so that's why it's huge. I've never seen anyone actually fully use it, but yeah. So okay, so this is the entrance. Then you walk here. Mind you, some of the rooms may be reflected. For example, right here there's 2 beds and 1 bed, but sometimes it's gonna be 2 beds, 1 bed. Same thing here. So here, as you guys can see, we have the sink and everything else. So we got our sink, we got the mirror, we got this. I don't know what this is. It's something I don't know what this is. So we got this essential this. Then we got the toilet. Nothing surprising. We got the toilet and it has this thingy over here. No one uses it. So that's the toilet part. And then if we move over here, we got the shower. So the shower, as you guys can see, we got the mirror, we got the shower, we got the floor. Yeah, that's about it. There's nothing really much for the shower. This one has the light and the air, or whatever it is called. And then over here we have the lights for the main part, and then this is for the toilet. Okay, so here we have the bedroom living area where we basically live. As I told you, there's 1 bed here, 2 beds here. So in this 1 bed, there's some stuff because I need to still move everything out. But so this is the 1 bed. This is a single bed. A lot of people want this one because of course you're alone. And then we got a double bed, and this is the bottom bed. This is the best bed. The bottom bed is the best one. You can put something here and hide from everyone else. It's the best bed ever. And then this one is the top bed. It's the worst bed ever. I already sleep in all of these beds once, and I hate this one. So yeah, that's about it. Your stairs. Oh, we have here the drawers. So yeah, you just open this up, but you can also pull this out actually, and there's like this secret compartment in the back, and you can put stuff there. So I usually put luggages and stuff, so it's very economical, and you have safe space, so that's very, very, very nice. Also, there's this area over here to like put your stuff as well. So yeah, you usually share it between your roommates. Usually the first one dips and gets everything else, and then the rest need to survive. And then we got the closet. Basic closet. It's tiny as hell. Like, it's not even, my arm is bigger than this. So mind you, like, living here is actually horrendous, especially for the girls. It's very, very bad because there's no space to put anything here. So it's very, very complicated. And yeah, there's a little space over here, but like it's not spaceful at all. So then, yeah, it's not really convenient to live here. Then we have the desks. They're all used and abused by every student that has lived here, so don't expect anything amazing. Also very important, all of the Wi-Fi and like the thingy is under the desks. Usually, you need to see which desk has it. In this case, this one has it. So yeah, this one has the Wi-Fi down below, so you need to always search for it. And the password is written in the thingy already. So yeah, this is like all the space that you have, and this is your personal space. There's not much, as you guys can see. The dorms are not big enough, and also there's not enough space, And usually this area is where I put my suitcases as well. So if you are a foreigner and you're gonna stay here, try to get the single one because you get your own space and no one's gonna bother you. So that's low-key the best. Because as you guys can see over here, we have 2 desks together. And if you take the space, maybe you're going to share it with the person beside you, and you don't want to do that. So that's not really convenient, and it's just way better to have the single one in this case. Yeah, so that's about it. There's nothing much going on here. As you guys can see, these chairs are used and abused. We got the view. We got a beautiful view as well. We got this very big window. I live in a more in a floor that's closer to the floor, so the window is very good. It's very big. It's all the way to the floor. But usually they do not have this. Like most dorms do not have to the floor. Only like the ones who are in the like the lower floors. That's about it. You have this. Also, something quite important. The floors are heated, and you do the floors with this. But during summer, right now, you cannot even touch or change anything here. But this is where the floors go. Yeah, so this usually goes higher or up. But it's usually onto one level of heat. It doesn't really change. This is the aircon. You turn it on here, and then you put it all the way down because it's better. And then you need to put like something in between here, so like it will keep it down. Because if you don't, it will go all the way up again. So it's quite inconvenient. So you need to figure out that. This is only working during summer as well as yeah, only summer and spring. And that's about it. And that's the aircon. Floors are heated, and that's about it. So as you guys can see, this is the Songdo dorm review. This is how most Yonsei students, actual Yonsei students live. Is in these dorms. They're all the way in Songdo. It's called Yonsei International Campus. Most people stay here for 1 year. If you're UIC and you're UD division, you stay for 1 year. If you are main Yonsei or GLC, you also stay for 1 year. But then if you are on the UIC and another major or some other majors under main Yonsei, you will need to stay here for as long as your major is required. So mind you, this is the space that you're gonna live forever, probably, if you don't get an apartment. So that also will happen. It's completely different from Shinchon dorms. Shinchon dorms are completely different. They have their own aesthetic and layout, but this is the Songdo dorms where you will probably end up anyway. So okay, so before we finish this video, I want to say a couple more things that are, I think, very important if you're going to move to Songdo dorms. So first of all, Songdo dorms is for all people who are like Yonsei students. As I said before in the video, you're going to be if you're part of UIC or main Yonsei or JCL, you're going to be living in Songdo. There are two different buildings. There's the buildings 1 and buildings 2 different units. Building 1 is all the units for students who are main Yonsei and for students who are GLC, while building 2, which is this one, is for people who are UIC and also some other students that do not fit in the other dorm. But UIC is everyone is in this building. You will be in this building if you're a freshman first year. You're gonna be in this building whatsoever. You're gonna be here, or you need to live here technically, but you can also rent an apartment if you don't want to live here, and that's completely fine. There's different people that have different needs and stuff, so you can do that as well. And also, but you need to send like a confirmation of why you're not leaving dorms and where you're gonna be moving. So you need to do that. And also you're gonna be doing RC activities, which is residential college activities. So you're gonna be doing that. You have RAs for 1 year as well. Your first freshman year, you're gonna have all of that, and you need to live in the buildings that are assigned. And you're technically supposed to pass RC, but also if you don't do it, nothing really would happen. But you just get like 1 credit for each semester, so that's very good. So highly recommend it. Also, you can make a lot of friends. So if you're worried about making friends and meeting people, just do RC events and you'll meet a lot of people and meet friends. And that's the important part when it comes to like the very like basic beginning stuff here. Now, something that's also very important is a lot of rules and regulations that you need to follow as a student, both RC and non-RC. There is a list of rules that you need to follow, and if you don't follow certain rules, you're gonna get to different warnings and troubles. If you get 3 warnings, you're gonna get kicked out of the dorms and you will never be able to apply again. So that's something you take into consideration, not to break the rules. If you break the rules, then you're cooked, because then you will not have a place to live. If you don't have the money, then you cannot get an apartment, and you cannot apply to the Shinchon dorms either. You could be fully banned of dorming in Yonsei, so you need to take that into consideration as well. Something that also is very important, the dorms are for 3 people. You can apply to live with 2 people. There's an option, but you technically can't because there's so many people. So you always will end up sleeping with 3 people in the dorm unless one of your roommates leaves because they went to the army or they just drop out. That has happened to some people, so that may happen as well. So you could get lucky, but in some cases, usually what happens is like someone will get kicked out or someone will leave the dorms, but then they will move someone else because they wanted to change dorms, which is also a possibility. You want to change dorms because of your roommates, X, Y, and Z reasons. You can also do that, and then you'll move into a dorm without one person. My friends have gone through that, so that's something that really does happen. Also, you can't request roommates. You can request having people to dorm with. In your freshman year, only sophomores, juniors, and seniors can. So starting from your second year, you can request people to be your roommate. So that's very, very nice. Only if, of course, if you're staying in Songdo, you can request here. But if you're going to Shinchon dorms, I also know that there you can also request roommates. But of course, once you move and once you become a sophomore, you can start requesting people. So that's also something that's quite important to notice. Oh, also something that's very important to mention that I think that a lot of people have some questions, especially if you are not planning to go back home during the break and you want to stay in dorms. The question is, can you? Yes, you can. You can stay during the breaks. Both summer and winter breaks. You can stay over, and you are able to stay for 2 months. You pay less for the dorms than during the semester, but you in that case you can actually apply to have double or triple dorm because the dorms are basically empty, so you can apply. But of course, triple is the cheapest. Double is like okay, and then the single one is actually more expensive than you paying for it during the whole semester, so it depends on you basically. I usually have the triple dorms anyways. I don't really care. I actually like having roommates, so I don't really mind. So but it depends on your preference. So I think that's also something important. You can stay during breaks. You can request roommates only during winter, not during summer. Summer, I heard that you can request if you ask like the UIC people, like the dorms people. Maybe you can request and maybe you can get your roommate, and that would be very nice. But in this case, I just don't have them. Well, my only roommate, he left, so I don't have him. So in that case, that's what happens. It's easier for girls to request because usually there's more girls that stay than guys. Because USC has more guys, more girls than guys, so that will happen, if anything. So yeah, so that's also something quite important. So if you want to stay over the break and you don't want to go back home or something, you can stay here. Both for Songdo and Shincheon, you can both stay during the breaks. I think that will be it. If you have any questions about Songdo dorms or living situation in Korea, you can drop it in the comments, and I'll find a way to maybe make another video talking about living here, because I think there's so many things, so many questions. I just talked very briefly about things that I think are quite important and quite interesting. And yeah, if you're gonna move to UIC, you're gonna move to Yonsei, that's what I will tell you. These are the few information that I can give for now. If there's anything else you're interested, you can just let me know and I'll be answering. Hope you like it. Hope you don't come because it's not that fun.